Good afternoon. Welcome to First Congregational Church, United Church of Christ, Atlanta. My name is Trey, Clegg, and I am the organist of this historic church. Our pastor is the Reverend Dr. Dwight Andrews. Today's recital in our ongoing series of monthly musical meditations features instrumental music for organ and oboe from America, England, and Italy, in an effort to bring hope and peace through artistry. I hope that today's program and the ones to come will give you joy, lift your spirits, and encourage your souls. Please invite your friends to join us on the first Wednesday of every month at 12 noon. God bless you. The repertoire in today's recital begins with a soothing setting of the United States national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, with so many fly jazz chords to illustrate the beautiful rainbow of humanity with whom we are blessed here in America. This setting is arranged by American jazz and pop keyboardist Norbvert Sauls. Little is known about her other than the fact that she has produced many clever jazz arrangements of familiar tunes. Enjoy this new twist of the USA national anthem. Next, we hear the virtuoso piece for organ, Variations on America, whose thematic tune is often paired with the American text, My Country 'Tis of Thee, and the English text, God Save the Queen. Variations on America, written by the late 19th century and early 20th century American composer Charles Ives, takes us through a variety of treatments of this tune. Charles Ives was known for often composing in two different keys at once, a compositional technique known as bitonality. And his organ music requires the organist to possess a highly skilled technical facility in one's hands and feet. In fact, Charles Ives marked in his original manuscript of this piece for the organist's feet in the final variation to be played as fast as the pedals will go. This piece is in fact the earliest example of bitonality in the history of Western classical music. So remember to listen with an open mind and modern ears in this piece written by a then 18-year-old Charles Ives in 1892 Connecticut. I would like to welcome to today's performance my special guest artist, my very dear friend and fellow musician, oboist Doug Hooker. Mr. Hooker is a well-known Atlanta oboe player, a composer, and chorister in Atlanta's multicultural chorus, the Trey Clegg Singers. He is a true Renaissance man, as his accomplished musicianship is an avocation for him. A well-known businessman and philanthropist in Atlanta, he is the executive director of the Atlanta Regional Commission, and he serves on several boards of nonprofit performing arts organizations. We continue today's recital with Mr. Hooker performing the hauntingly beautiful Gabriel's Oboe from the 1986 movie score of The Mission by Ennio Morricone, an Italian composer. In this movie, a Jesuit priest, Father Gabriel, enters the Guarani lands of South America with the original purpose of converting the natives to Christianity. Father Gabriel befriends the natives as he plays his oboe for them, but as the story unfolds, the Guarani lands are transferred in a treaty from Spain to Portugal, and the Portuguese government tries to capture the natives for slave labor. As Father Gabriel attempts to protect and defend the natives from their oppressors, they are all murdered in the end, including Father Gabriel, by their captors. This piece in the movie score, Gabriel's Oboe, is the central musical theme which runs throughout the movie. Listen to this very beautifully moving and haunting tune of everlasting love, even unto death. Next, Mr. Hooker will perform a setting of the American hymn tune, Ebenezer, known textually as Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing, arranged for oboe and organ by the 21st century American composer and pianist Duane Funderburk. Duane is currently the Director of Music and Fine Arts at the famous Lake Avenue Church in Pasadena, California, where he conducts and composes for a 200-voice church choir and a 40-member professional orchestra every Sunday. Enjoy this delightful setting of the beloved hymn tune, "Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing," written for oboe and organ. We continue today's recital with a beautifully dreamy piece for oboe solo, Elegiac Dance, from 3 pieces for oboe and piano or organ by 20th century English composer Michael Head. Elegiac Dance will almost place you in a trance as you listen to the rise and fall of the musical lines as the beautiful oboe plays them. Michael Head, a native of England, studied, performed, and lived throughout the Caribbean, South Africa, and West Africa during his lifetime. His music contains elements of multiple cultures. Enjoy this mesmerizing piece for oboe and organ. Next, Mr. Hooker will perform the lovely Incantation and Dance for oboe by one of the greatest African American composers of all history, William Grant Still. This is the only piece that William Grant Still wrote for oboe and keyboard accompaniment. It begins with a melancholy evocation of a far-off land and then proceeds directly into a very joyful pentatonic dance. Considered the dean of African American classical composers, William Grant Still composed over 150 works, including 5 symphonies and 8 operas. And he was inducted into the American Classical Music Hall of Fame in 1999. His home in Los Angeles was designated a historic cultural monument in 1976. Enjoy this lovely piece by the Dean of African American Classical Composers, William Grant Still. We conclude today's performance with the new organ toccata based on the African American national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, just written in 2021 by my dear friend, African American composer Mark Miller. Mark Miller's virtuoso setting of Lift Every Voice and Sing creates the aura of a full orchestra in this rousing piece for organ. Let's all indeed lift every voice and sing as we join together for equality of all humankind. There is hope and peace when we all do our part for social justice and change. God bless you, dear friends.